This is Courtney Rowland reporting for AggieYell.com. I'm here at the Texas A&M Fall Campus, and with me is some former Aggies. Guys, just talk about your thoughts as far as the reports of A&M possibly moving to the SEC, and where do you think that A&M is a better fit, the Big 12 or the SEC?
Go ahead. I would say probably we're a better fit in the Big 12 because we're more familiar with that, and we have played in that general region in the Southwest Conference. I am not against going to the SEC, but I would say we're going to have a mountain to climb because of the recruiting problems that will be incurred because the SEC has a very free and easy recruiting freedom that they can get their players at whatever it takes or how much it takes. And we have to obey the rules. So I think there is some inequity there that concerns me. And that would be my major concern concerning going to the SEC.
Great, thank you.
I think that the reason we're going to the SEC will be because of the Longhorn Network, Courtney. And it's just greed on their part, strictly greed. There's no, they and the people that are driving the train is ESPN. So we have no choice. We're tired. We're just tired of being lied to. And they're not going to play right. They're going to put everything they can on that, high school games, Big 12 games, and nobody else shares in the revenue of that. So we're leaving. Bye.
I think Texas A&M to the SEC is a great fit. When you look at the culture and how we match up with that conference and the schools that are there, and you look at the tradition that those schools have with the tradition that Texas A&M has, I think it's going to, for the long term, it's going to be an outstanding fit. And you'll create new rivalries. We will be able to compete well in that conference. We already will be able to compete well at every sport, and football is going to start competing well in that area as well. I think we'll see recruiting pick up substantially once we make that announcement that we're going to the SEC and confirm it next week. So I think there's some really good years ahead of us. The other thing you look at is the Big 12. There's such instability there, and you see the long-term futures. That conference probably will not stick together. And as things continue to shift and as we make these shifts to super conferences, I think we're putting ourselves in a very good place, and we're looking out for what's good for today, but we're really looking at what's good for the long-term future.
And just what are your guys' thoughts as far as, you talked a little bit about recruiting, and there is a fear almost that A&M will lose some of its recruits to the SEC. Do you think that that is a possibility, or do you think that they will gain more recruits because of that?
I think they will gain more recruits, Courtney. I think it's going to be a plus. You know, think of the other sports like baseball. Oh, man. We're going to be a superpower, I'm telling you. And our women's sports, they're already KB no D. They are killing people, and they're going to do just even better. So.
Well, I've already mentioned this, and I am concerned about our following the rules, which we have done and will do in our recruiting process. And the SEC doesn't have the same quality or level of recruiting characteristics and standards. I think we'll recruit fine. We've shown we can recruit. We've shown we have the facilities and the coaching to have a good football team or a good team in all the different sports. But still, there'll be new problems created that we anticipate when we have to go against schools that can recruit any way they want.
Thank you.
I think we'll have a great opportunity with recruiting, especially when we recruit in the state of Texas. You're going to have a differentiating factor now that you can sell that no other school in the state of Texas can sell, and that's playing in the best conference in America for football. And you see that we have recruits that tell us they chose another school in the SEC instead of us because of that opportunity to play in the SEC. We've got a recent example of that. Now we've got the opportunity to go out and sell Texas A&M as part of the SEC. We're going to start seeing some kids that want to play in that conference come to A&M that we may not have had a chance with in the past. So I think it's a really good selling opportunity that we're going to have to go out and get kids that maybe didn't consider Texas A&M in the past. It's also going to open up some new doors, not only in Louisiana, but maybe some of these other areas that we're going to be playing in, that we can go and take 1 or 2 recruits a year out of those areas as well. I see it as a great opportunity.
Thank you. Well, you guys have heard it from a couple of Aggies here at Texas A&M Fall Camp, and we're just waiting to hear what the final results will be. This has been Courtney Rowland for AggieYell.com.